Hi guys, welcome back. Another video. This time I do know what I want to talk about. Yesterday I had a bit of a bad day. Um, yeah, went through some shit and I want to talk to you guys about it. I realize one of the goals of this YouTube channel is for me to inspire you to be a better self, to be the best thing you can for yourselves. And I was kind of tricking myself into thinking that means, only inspirational messages and good examples. But this channel did start off with me just telling you how I feel and what makes me feel bad. And so I don't want to hold back. And I'll be totally honest and transparent. But before I go into the topic of this video, there is one thing that I want your feedback on. I've been trying to follow like a video schedule, one video every 2 days. 2 days ago I did my first live stream, which was an exception. But I probably want to try editing some videos just to make them a bit more catchy, a bit more fun to watch. I want to, remove the boring stuff in the middle of the video where I'm like, I don't know what to say. But that's going to take me a bit more time. So, I want to ask you guys, the guys that follow me every video, the guys that are watching, the guys that are actually interested in what this channel is doing, would you rather have a video every day? Would you rather have a video every 2 days? Maybe a video every 4 days, but with some editing? Do you want to see more live streams? Should I do 3 edited videos a week plus 1 long live stream? What? I don't know. This is new to me. This is something that I know a lot of YouTubers, fuss about. I'd like to put some banner on my channel saying there's going to be a video every 2 days or something like that. But what do you guys think? What do you think would be the best format for me? I do know that I want to try and edit the next video, so that probably will happen. But just to give you an example of what I'm thinking of. But after that, I do want your feedback on how you think I should structure this thing. So please leave a comment down below if you have any thoughts on that. So the topic of this video is that yesterday we had a big company party, and the company I work at is quite large. There were people from all over Amsterdam. It was a huge thing, and people had been talking about it for months. And I guess I've already talked about this, but I've pretty much always suffered from social anxiety. Agoraphobia is a word that I looked up a few years ago, which is basically fear of large crowds. And it's not just fear of large crowds per se, but I'm kind of okay if I'm at a concert, but in these situations where I know that there could be a lot of people I know, then it really starts. I don't know what it is specifically. I can't even put it into words. I don't know what it is that makes me panic and go into weird freak out mode. But yeah, it was in this massive venue, and I guess the fact that I quit smoking made me feel like I'd solved all my problems. I got it all figured out. Now I can face all my fears with my head high, and I'm a better person. I'm a new person, and all of the problems I had before are gone because I've solved the biggest problem. And it's partially true. It's true that I think by quitting smoking weed, I've got rid of the biggest problem, or the most important problem. Or most of all, I ranted about this on Reddit yesterday, and so let me explain how it went before I go into my thoughts. I went to this party, and it started like at 2:30. There was a plenary session, and then afterwards there was the big party and everything. And the first mistake I made was probably to go there alone, because I didn't want to go there with my colleagues. Mainly because when I'm with someone and I meet someone else that I know, and these two people don't know each other, it's something that I really have a hard time to handle. I don't know whether I'm slightly autistic or what the hell it is, but I have a really, really hard time handling that situation, introducing people, especially sometimes I don't know their names, and it really, really freaks me out. So to avoid that, I decided to go on my own. And when I got there, it was full of people, and I was just freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. As soon as I saw someone I knew, rather than being attracted to them and saying, oh, that's someone I could talk to, I would just say, okay, avoid, like, pretend you didn't see them, because otherwise they're going to start talking to me. Then I saw a smoking area, and I just went into the smoking area and started smoking my vape thing in the corner, and I stayed there for about 40 minutes just to avoid interaction with other people. Then there was this big hall where there was like the company talking about corporate bullshit for 2 hours. And I found a place there in the middle of two groups, and I just stuck with my phone and I just zoned out. I pretended that I wasn't there, and I was really, really freaking out. And the thing I hated most about this was that I had gotten my hopes up, and I really tricked myself into thinking, nah, you're a new person. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Yeah, it would have been a problem before, but it's going to be fine now that you've stopped smoking, and now you can. Because it's true. I'm a lot less self-conscious. I feel that I have a higher self-esteem, that I'm more confident, and at work, talking with my colleagues, I can talk with them. It's a lot easier for me to interact with people. The small talk is easier for me. But it's just this context of huge crowds, and I don't know what it is specifically, but something that triggers me in those situations and that just makes me panic. Yeah, it wasn't the best day. But I think it's okay. It's part of the process. It's weed is a motherfucker because it makes you think that what happens is you don't really know yourself. You stop wondering why you are how you are. You stop wondering what you specifically are, and you just let the drug take over, and you push yourself downwards, and your personality disappears, and that's all you care about. And so I guess it's part of the process, and it's something that I'm still learning, is actually learning who you are and listening to yourself and figuring out, okay, so there were things that were caused by the weed. The fact that I was so self-conscious all the time and I was always second-guessing myself, that doesn't happen really anymore. So that was definitely the weed, and it was definitely tied together with the fact I was never sleeping properly. I never got into the REM cycle, so that meant that my brain was never processing new information properly, and it wasn't able to prepare for the next day. So all of that was definitely the weed. But this aspect of my social anxiety, this agoraphobia or whatever it is, that isn't the weed. That's me. That's the person, take away the weed and that's still there. And if I think of myself when I was 12, when I was 8, and I always had a hard time. The playground when I was a kid was terrifying to me. I didn't know who to hang out with. I didn't know how to interact with different groups of people. It was something that really terrified me, and it's always been that way throughout my teens. And I like routine. I like the small groups of people. I really like one-on-one conversations. It's where it's what I thrive on. It's where I really, I feel like I can be myself, and I feel like I can talk and connect to people. And these situations where there's all those people, it makes me crazy. And it's definitely one of the things I'm going to talk about with the psychologist as soon as I see her. But yeah, I just wanted to share this bad experience, and it sucks. It sucks because it makes you realize that you don't know yourself as much as you think you do. And I've always felt proud of the fact that I've always examined myself, and I always tried to figure out who I am, why I behave the way I do, even throughout the weed. Is something that I've always felt proud of. I always thrived on growth, on personal growth, on trying to be a better person all the time. And part of trying to be a better person is knowing who you are in the first place. But yeah, there's some things that I thought that something like this would have been due to the weed as well, and it's not. This is just me, and it's fine. It's not a problem. I think, you know, I wrote this thing on Reddit and someone replied, among other things, that company parties are overrated. And I guess I kind of think that too now. The fear of missing out is fucking killing me when it comes to these things. And it's like, everyone's having fun, everyone enjoys the company party. Why can't I enjoy it as well? That's just not me. I'll go to the Dungeons and Dragons sessions and I have a lot of fun, and someone else would find that boring. I'll go to a chess tournament and that's my thing. It's like a group of 20 people, 20 nerds, and then that's me. I'm happy there. These companies, it sucks. It really does suck, because I'd like to have fun with in these situations. But that's not me. And it's hard to accept, but I'll get there. And it's not the end of the world. These are really first world problems. I mean, I have a house, I have a good job, I have plenty of food to eat. I'm not sick, so I have nothing to complain about. So I'm not sure what the message is here. I'm not sure if there is one. But I guess if there is one, the message is, don't be too hard on yourself, and don't expect quitting weed to solve all your problems. But it will definitely help you find your other problems, and it will give you more strength to face them. So, again, I love you guys. Thanks for following. Please leave a comment or like, subscribe, do all the things you have to do. Thanks for following. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being there. If you need anything, I'm here. Please reach out. Peace.